Hey there folks, it's rinimt here and welcome back to Makoto Wakaido's Case Files. We're on to case number 2. If you missed the last part, these are cases you can solve in about an hour or so. The first one was kinda easy, so we'll see how this one is. And let's just dive into it. The Bogeyman's Woods. Spooky. Ooh. Also, if you hear any background noise, they're like leaf blowing or something outside, so I don't know what's going on. It's loud to me though. I think my mic's cutting out at least. As a kid, I loved listening to my grandpa's stories about his detective days. When I became a detective myself, I was put in a case related to the one he'd worked on. It felt like destiny. I'm Makoto Wakaido. I've scheduled a visit. It's been a while. It really has. How's the little one doing? Doing great. Doesn't even cut it. And you came here just to give me the good news. Not only that, I didn't have the chance to hear about my grandfather as much as I wanted. Could I bother you for some tales about the good old days? As you wish. Let's make this visit a fruitful one. It all started in the depth of the woods near an isolated village in O Prefecture. Alright, that actually passes myself. At the center of this story was a family whose old traditions had survived modernity. The whole village seemed to agree on what had happened to the victim. That poor soul got spirited away. Good movie. Not the best Ghibli movie to me. I'm an Ariely person, but I found him! Yeah, in the spirit woods. Is the spirit? The spirit took another one. Alright. What's going on? Did they find a missing person? That seems to be the case. The spirit wolves, as they call them, are just over there. I'll go check the situation out. How's it looking? Did they find this person alive? Unfortunately, it was too late. Right. It's over there, isn't it? Yes, sir! You can't miss it. I'll go and wait for you there. I'd better go take a look. Spirit Woods. Ugh. Look for clues at the crime scene. That was good. And my throat was like, no, you're not good. Hello. I'm Detective Wakaido from the Prefectural Police. I've been put in charge of this case. Detective Wakaido! I didn't know you'd be working on this with us. I've already collected all the info I could from the scene. Feel free to ask me anything. Victim. Were we able to confirm the victim's identity? Yes, sir. Several of the people who were involved in the search recognized him. He is Sugehiko Sendo, head of the most influential family in the village. Okay. Awesome. I mean, what's the cause of death? How did the victim die? There are signs of blunt trauma to the head, and one of the rocks near him is covered in blood. Like the rock he's on? Also, there are several puncture wounds all over his body, and clear signs of a slip and fall. The most likely hypothesis is that he fell from the bridge up above. Right. Estimated time of death. Do we have an estimated time of death? Judging from the testimonies of the victims' families, our time frame is between midnight and 6 a.m. Did we know anything else? My colleague over there could have some more information. Please ask him anything, sir. I better talk to the other cop, too. Alright, leave. Oh, they're not even gonna let me pull up my stuff yet. Hello. If it isn't Detective Wakaido, thanks you again for helping out with the serial manhole cover theft case. Oh, you were on that too? Nice to work with you again. Thank you, sir. I will help however I can. How the body was found. Kitty, by the way. So, how did the body come to be discovered? This morning, the Sendo family reported that Mr. Sugihiko had gone missing. The villagers had been helped by combing the woods. They eventually found his body in this area, which they refer to as the Spirit Woods. Interesting name. Technically, these woods would be the Woods of Blessing. However, the village has a history of mysterious disappearances. Missing people believed to have been spirited away were eventually all found dead here, hence the nickname. How to find more info. How should I go about gathering info? You can raise certain pieces of information on your notepad, and you'll be able to ask and find out more about them. Try it out on me, sir. I'll try, but... yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I guess I can count the Yasuizimo Detective Agency if I ever get stuck with the investigation. His assistant, Akane, will probably be the only one in the office, but oh well. Alright, so these first two are good for him. Thanks for your help. Sendo family. Is this Sendo family a big deal around here? Certainly is. It boasts both influence and wealth. During its long history, it has made contributions to the village. The people here have great trust in the Sendo, and they would never speak ill of them. I see. A well-to-do bunch. Cause of death? Nope. Wrong button. There we go. Cause of death. Sounds like the poor lad fell to his death from the bridge. What do you make of it? There are several broken branches on the trees validating that scenario. Most people are talking about the unfortunate accident, but there's enough reason to believe otherwise. Weird setup around the body. Alright, so... okay, so this is going to be examine the body. Can we examine the kitty? What's a cat doing here? Ain't no scaredy cat, are ya? Sniff, sniff. Meow. Kitty? Okay. What am I looking at? Okay, examine the body. Someone has put a bull mask and a straw cape on the victim. What exactly is going on here? Surroundings. There are no traces of the body being dragged, nor is there any weapon or any other murder implement around. I have to assume he really did fall down from that bridge. Examine more thoroughly. Taking a better look, both the mask and the cape are spotless. Could they have gone through that fall without a single scratch? Maybe a costume has been put on the victim after he died. Alright. So it's both officers for this one? Alright, bull mask and straw cape. Any clue about that mask and the straw cape? Yes, sir. They're used as part of a traditional ceremony in the village. Usually they're kept in the Sendo family storehouse. What do you have to say for yourself? The mask and straw cape. Could it be that someone else put that mask and the straw cape on the victim? Incidentally, forensics found something rather interesting in that regard. Neither the cape nor the mask had the victim's fingerprints on them. Then someone else must have put them on him. Maybe looking at more than an accident here. Really? Obviously. Okay, so we have all our hints. It looks like no one else wants anything else, so let's deduce. Alright. Time to put together all the info I got. The head of the Sendo family was reported missing, and the villagers searched the mountain for him. Fortunately, the man was already dead by the time he was found. What was the cause of death? Fell and hit his head. Right, it's likely the victim died falling from a bridge. So far I'm thinking it's not going to be any harder, but we'll see. Also, for some reason, this is making me want to go back and play more Danganronpa. I started LP years ago of Danganronpa, but I only ever did chapter 1. Maybe I should go finish that. Anyway, distracted. What was found in the woods a blessing. However, that's not what the villagers call that place. They call it the Spirit Woods. Why the nickname? Spirited away. Right, other people have been spirited away and then found there in the past. The way the body was found, it's really easy to write it all off as an accident. But something about the body made me raise my eyebrows. What was that? A weird setup. But does that— what? Oh, come on! What was it? The costume put on after the death? Right, it's possible the mask and straw cape were put on the body after death. What little I know about the mask and cape is enough for suspicion. What was that? The costume was locked away. Right, the mask and cape were normally kept in the Sendo family's storehouse. Up we go. I scrapped all the information I'm not gonna need, meaning chance is I'm looking at a murder. I'll also need to learn more about the storehouse and how it's locked. I guess that's where we're gonna go. Prologue complete. People being spirited away in a village that looks like it came out of a history book. Not what I expect in this day and age. I'll need to work under the assumption that this was no accident. The Sendo family is in need of some questioning. Bogeyman's Woods. These two. Oh, this one's a little fancier though. Maybe. Did I just forget this in the first case? Oh, anyway. Accident. Are we really looking at an accidental fall from the bridge? The way he was found seems to suggest that. Villagers who helped out with the search all say it was spirited away. It's not letting me access my notes. Spirited away. What's all this spirited away business about? There have been similar cases here in the past. If someone goes missing, they find the body a few days later in the woods. The villagers consider it a supernatural happening, a curse of sorts. What? The heck? What? I'm confused right now. Oh, the victim. Okay. Victim was from the Sendo family, right? Yes, sir. Most influential family in the village, and he was at the head of it. That's their house that you can see over there. Oh, the mansion. Sendo Manor. There are more places I can go to now. After I'm done looking around here, I'll need to check out the other places as well. Okay, so we have that available now. Alright, let's just grab one of these so we can just go right into it. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm Detective Wakaido from the Prefectural Police. Why are you young for a detective? There are a couple things I'd like to ask you about this case. Case? Wasn't it just an accident? Your relationship. I'm assuming you're a member of the Sendo family? Sorry to have to ask you this, but how are you related to Sugihiko? I'm Himiko, eldest daughter of the Sendo family. Sugihiko was my brother. Rest of the family. Are there any other Sendo around? Ichitaro, our eldest sibling, passed away when he was still young, just as Sugihiko did. The gloomy one over there is Mitsuo, the youngest. In our storehouse, we also have a complete family tree. Like I'm gonna remember all those names, sure. Your alibi. What were you doing between midnight and 6 a.m.? You're telling me I'm a suspect? The insolence! Of course I used to hope that Sugihiko would hurry up and die so I could get my share of the inheritance. If we're talking motives, everyone here had one. Anyway, last night I was rusty in my room. By yourself? Precisely! So you have no alibi. Costume, which is just with her. Oh, detective, it's you. When Sugihiko was found in the woods, he was wearing a mask and a straw cape. A mask and a straw cape? Why would he? What's more, it looks like someone put those on him after he died. Huh? I heard that normally those things are kept in your family's storehouse. Excuse me. They are, but it's locked, so it's not like anyone can just come in and get them. Okay, so I'm gonna try about the storehouse now. Storehouse door. Does anyone in the Sendo family have access to the storehouse keys? Only the current head of the family. Before he died, Sugihiko was in charge of them. Okay. So that's with the brother. So let's ask about the alibi first. Oh, what's this? I said, thank you. These must be pictures of all the previous heads of the family. Recall. Family tree was in the storehouse, I think. I'll go check it out once I'm done questioning the people here. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm Detective Wakaido from the Prefectural Police. Oh, I don't know anything. Relationship. Could you tell me how you're related to Sugihiko? I'm the third oldest man in the family, Mitsuo. He was my older brother. My condolences. Thanks. Would you say Sugihiko was on good terms with you and his other siblings? More or less, I guess, as far as siblings go. I never saw that much in the family anyway, so... Just him on the body. When he was found in the woods, Sugihiko was wearing a mask and a straw cape. The spirit's costume? What do you mean, spirit? It's a legendary creature we worship here in the village. That mask and straw cape are modeled after it. We usually only take the costume out of the storehouse for the festival, though. Parents from these parts tell stories to their children. Better behave or the spirit will come and get you. Bogeyman spiriting people away. Your alibi. What were you doing between midnight and 6 a.m.? Reading in my room. Am I a suspect? Alright. Okay, so we got both of these to ask him. Oh, hello? Storehouse key. I was blah blah blah. I was told Sugihiko had the keys to the storehouse. Do you reckon the lock could have been broken? I don't know anything about the storehouse. You'll want to ask Seiko, Sugihiko's wife. Okay, so we got the spirit away. The spirit. I'm assuming this is the same spirit that's getting the blame for the spirit of the way people. Correct. It really happened too. It was years ago. A girl just off and disappeared. I heard they found her dead in the woods after a few days. It's the spirit's curse. This village is no stranger to it. Okay, so that's that. Whoa! Upgrade. There's no... That's the field road. Spirit Woods. Wow, everything got upgraded, man. Pretty sure I got all the info I can from here. By the Spearfield Road? Aha! I would like to ask you a few questions about this case. It's the curse! And do you know anything about the Spirited Away cases? Meddle then is no longer, lest it snatch you too! It's really loud right now. Can I... Where did the music turn down? Okay, it's less, like, blowing my ears out now. Please explain. Snatch as in abduct me? Heed my words, anger it not, it will snatch you! Is there anything with this person? No. Just the next couple people. Okay, but please explain. If you know anything, I'd really appreciate it if you could. It watches, it sees all, it hears all. No secrets kept from the great spirit. It's a curse! A curse! I guess that's why they're not helpful. I guess. I have a word with you. Be my guest, just you careful with old Graham. She's a handful, especially for outsiders. I want to turn it down much lower because I'm like almost muted here. We'll leave it here. Still feels loud, but we'll go with it. The curse. When people talk about the curse, are they referring to the spirit that drags its victims into the woods? Act naughty and it'll snatch you. That's one frightening spirit. Them's what the festival's for. Got the costume from the Sendo storehouse and all. It's so the spirit don't get mad. Spirit. What do the people in the village think of these spirited away disappearances? What's your reason we think? You hear stories from your old folks about all your life. Go around gossiping, the spirit will come for you. We're all scared out of our boots. Is what we think. Alright, so it's just this... Oh, this other person also. Supposed to be the wife? Thank you for your cooperation. I'm Makoto Wakaido from Prefectural Police. My pleasure. Your relationship. Can you tell me how you're related to Sugihiko? My name is Seiko, and Sugihiko was my husband. My deepest condolences. Listen, detective, this was no accident. Sugihiko was murdered. Somebody killed him. Must have been someone from the family. I'm looking into it. If you see anything suspicious, please let me know. Your alibi. I mean, no offense, but as a formality, I need to ask you this. What were you doing between midnight and 6 a.m.? I was sleeping in my room, right next to my husband's, only divided by a paper sliding door. And then the storehouse lock? Detective. I was told Sugihiko had the key for the storehouse. Do you reckon the lock could have been broken? Not as far as I know, and I help with the festival preparations every year. Lock was in the perfect condition every time I saw my husband open it. Does that mean that the storehouse right now is still locked? Yes, I would think so. It's an old decorative lock, and nobody would go out of their way to open it if not for the festival. Only unlocked for the festival. Alright. Okay, so both these people. When the old head of the family, Ichitaro, was spirited away, was it the day of the festival, and were the mask and cape also found there? It happened on a normal day, completely unrelated to the festival. The mask and straw cape weren't there, but I've heard the storehouse was found locked back then too. House and down, door locked. And then other guy... Have you ever entered the Sendo storehouse while preparing for the festival? Sure, every year, them's family had opened it up for us. Locks one old sturdy thin. Fancy key, too. Ain't no locksmith that can make one like it anymore. I think that's everything here, but we do have these two new ones, so we can go back to the house. See if there's anything here now. Oh, I got all the information I can here. Yeah, okay. So we just go back to the woods then. Spirit Woods. One of those. Okay. This first officer. Hello. Nothing to report here. People spirited away. Do you know anything about the spirited away cases that happened here? All I heard from the villagers was it's an old belief, a spirit that kidnaps people who have done bad things. It sounds like the kind of things parents everywhere tell their children to make them behave. What? Out of ideas of where to search. Peculiar costume. Have any... Hello, sir. Oh, impression of the Sendo. Okay, I guess these are new options. You've spoken to the Sendo family too, right? What impression did they give you? Sugihiko's wife was very upset. She insisted someone from the family must be behind her husband's death. If you ask me, the victim's siblings didn't seem very troubled at all by his death. Sister against brother. Everyone's alibi. I've been questioning all the interested people. What about you? Heard anything useful? Well, we've been questioning everyone we could as well, but we've gained very little from it. But with the incident taking place at night, nobody had an alibi we could confirm beyond any doubt. Okay. Two more. Did anyone visit? Did anyone come to visit the scene since I was here last time? Yes, sir. Several villagers gathered, prayed for the victim, and then left. I'm asking Straw Kate. That costume still looks so weird to me. Oh, about that, the officer from the local station told me that past cases all featured the same mask and cape. Apparently, they're usually kept in Sendo family storehouse. Alright, we need one more. Oh. Wrong button. Probably get more information from the people here. Yeah, I hit the wrong button, okay? Alright, sister against brother. From the last guy. Ah! Chose the wrong option. Sibling disagreement. Bet you they're already arguing about who will be the next head of the family. Indeed, the eldest daughter Himiko, in particular, looks like it's a crucial issue to her. Wonder how the rest of the family is responding. They all have motives. Alright, so that should be everything then? Oh. Wrong button. Deduce. So definitely a little bit of a slightly different build here. Or feel in terms of how you go around getting stuff. I had to put together all the info I got. I went and questioned the Sendo, the victim's relatives. Not one of them had an alibi. What's more, they looked like they were on terrible terms with each other. Also, that one of them is involved in Sugihiko's death. Who stood to profit from Sugihiko's death? Sister against brother? That really makes sense. No, not that one. Oh gosh. Who stood to profit? Is it just another one? They all have motives. Right, every single relative of his had enough of a motive to kill him. Okay. The storehouse was locked and the key was in possession of the head of the family, Sugihiko. Nobody could enter it without his permission. However, the spirit's costume was found outside after each of the past disappearances. Could it be that the storehouse is locked is broken? In what state is the storehouse is locked right now? Costume gone, door locked? Right, the storehouse was locked, no doubt about it. Even though we didn't actually confirm it ourselves, but... More than one villager talked about the mysterious disappearances at the hand of a spirit. But you can't build a case around a fairy tale. The mysterious disappearances in the village. How did the villagers refer to them? A boogeyman spiriting people away. Right, the disappeared people are said to have been spirits of the way. An officer got some info from the local police station, info about other past disappearances. Thing is, there's something tying those past cases to the current one. What was found along with the victim's body after those past disappearances? The mask and cape. Right, the same mask and straw cape as we found this time. Alright, scrap. Well, I'm not gonna need. Whatever's behind this death must go way back. I need to find out more about the people who were spirited away before. Chapter 2. Hello. Mask and cape. Mask and cape costume is based off the spirit worshipped in the village, correct? Correct. We use it for the festival we do in spirit's honor. Anyway, gotta get back to work. Eat no vegetables picking themselves. And... storehouse lock. I heard the Sendo family head had the only key to the storehouse. You heard right. He'd open it for us before the festival. None other can open it, not even the other Sendo folks. Sendo family. What does the village think of the Sendo family? Them's like gods for us. Shows you how much we owe them. When them folks was spirited away years ago, it was them Sendo who helped us sort it all out. They still got them records from back then at the police station. Police station, huh? The police. Alright. So what do we got? Only thing we kept was that Sugihiko's in charge of the key. Oh, we can also, like, look at profiles of all the people. Excuse me! You're an officer, right? Thank you for your work. The cat near the body. There was a cat in the woods where the body was found. Hello, bell on its collar. Any idea whose cat it could be? Oh, I be Masayo's. You know Masayo Sendo? She's been around looking for it. Combing the woods. You took part in the search for Sugihiko, right? Did you see anything peculiar? Ain't seen much of nothing. This time around, though, Seiko was losing it. Poor soul. Makes you feel for her. Were the Sendo there, too? Were Hibiko and Mitsuo Sendo also taking part in the search? They wasn't on the mountain with us, I reckon. Gosh. But you know, at times like these, Sendo let all use their house to rest and such. I figured them two siblings were in them own rooms helping out somehow. Alright, so we got the cat. Still can't do anything with the cat here. Oh, there's something on the shelf. Oh, right, the case files. Very intriguing you work. It's an honor, detective. Tell me how I can be of help. Info from the villagers. Did the villagers notice anything unusual while searching the woods? They did say that the remaining Sendo siblings weren't terribly cool about it all. Just like when Ichitaro disappeared. Only 15 pieces aside? Gosh. There are old file case records. Check them out. All the files in here are pretty old. Somewhere among them must be records of the spirit of the way cases. Check them out! Okay. Okay, so So we can- oh, we can go to the storehouse now. Go to the Sendo Manor. And do we talk about this key? I have a few words with you. Feel free. I'm rather busy, so please make it snappy. Why are you busy? You say you're busy. Is that because of the preparations for the funeral, discussing who will succeed Tsukihiko, and so on? That's none of your concern! Misplaced costume. I heard that the festival costume is normally kept in the Sendo storehouse. Indeed, normally. It beats me how anyone could take it out. Tsukihiko must have been really careless with that key. So, Tsukihiko had the key to the storehouse. Is it possible he let anyone else hold on to it? Ask Makoto. Maybe she knows. The previous head of the family, Ichitaro, was her husband after all. Who can enter? Do Tsukihiko's siblings also need permission to enter the storehouse? They would need to ask him for the key, yes, except nobody else ever has any business in that old shack. Okay. We can't do anything with this, right? These must be pictured previous heads. Just make sure. I have a few words with you. Sure. Himiko looks busy. Himiko looks awfully busy. Preparing a funeral is no easy task. Have you been busy as well with all this happen? Not really, no. Himiko will take care of things. Probably. Next head of the family. You're the next one in line, so will you become the head of the Sendo family? Normally, yes, but Himiko won't make it easy. Alright. The woods? Anything here? Nothing here. The body's gone. You're the only one left here. Yes, sir. They just carried away the victim's body. Did you notice anything unusual? The way the villagers treated the Sendo family is more than respect. It's closer to worship. The other officer. Wasn't there another officer here with you? Where is he gone? Yes, he was here, but the higher-ups told us one officer was more than enough and that he should go back as soon as the body left. I see that Tsukihiko's wife came to see her husband. How's she been holding up? She has barely spoken a word. When she's not crying, she's shaking. I haven't found it in me to speak to her. Any other visitors? Did anyone else visit except for Tsukihiko's wife? Villagers passing by, paying their respects to the victim, but that's it. So I think they said that I was the only one here? No, Tsukihiko is here. Tsukihiko. Seiko. Or Seiko. Oh, detective, it's you. Body was found here. This place still has the smell of death on it. Are you sure you're fine? It's not easy, but I want to pray for my husband. The Sendo family. I imagine the Sendo siblings are constantly fighting about who will be the next head of the family. Himiko was with me when we heard that my husband had been found dead. Do you know what the first thing she said was? We need to start planning the family's course of action. That's what. Even if her brothers die, all she cares about is becoming head of the family. Obsessed with title. We can ask about that. What did she mean, course of action? She was talking about the family's future as if she was already the new leader. The audacity! Did the siblings react similarly when Ichitaro passed? They all put on their mourning faces, but that was just for show. They immediately started talking about successors and whatnot. Tsukihiko was the only one to think about poor Makoto, who lost her husband, her daughter, who lost her father. Alright, relationships. Okay. That's all we got here. Now let's go to the field road. Oh. Wrong button. Wrong button. Go back. Last time it was definitely a lot more clear cut on where we should go. Oh, we do have one thing here. Taking a break from work. Sure am. Don't overwork yourself either, right? Have you seen or heard anything suspicious? Can't say I have. Anyway, care for a pastry? Take it easy. You're gonna work yourself in the ground. Hey, you're just not being useful at all. It's a kitty! Kitty! It's the cat I saw in the woods. Meow. Detective Wakaido, police? The detective? I've never seen a badge before. Have a chat. Are you from this village? Yes. Wait, do I look like I'm not? I'm just surprised someone so young lives here. Yeah, almost everyone here is ripe for pension. Well, I guess the cat isn't that old. Oh, is that yours? No, sir. It's Masayo's. Who's Masayo? Who's this Masayo? You don't know? Masayo Sendo. We're friends. I found her cat, so I was on my way to bring it to her. Well, do you say you and Masayo are close? Oh yeah, we've been friends since we were kids. She'd come tag along when I helped my grandpa working in the fields, and we chat about our lives and such. What kind of things did Masayo tell you? About her cat, for example? She put catnip on the toy ball and go fetch it for her, stuff like that. Also, well, she talked about her grandpa's times pretty often. Okay. Okay, so that's all that's here. Police, make sure I'm not missing something here. But he says there's nothing else here. More information, okay. Or sibling relations. Nice to see you here. While in their house, did the Sendo's behavior strike you in any way? Not that striking, but they was holed up in the own rooms all along. Place was dead silent. Go figure how they stay so calm, I thought, but wait, don't tell me them suspects! Alright, unfazed siblings. Talk to the officer. Tell me how I can be of help. So, Sugihiko went missing, was then found dead. Same as the older brother. Our son just stayed calm throughout both times? They did, but after all, the whole case was filed as an accident. Past disappearances. I'd like to know more about the people who've gone missing before in the village. The first case of someone being spirited away happened years before Ichitaro's death. It was a local girl. They searched the whole village for days, but to no avail. She was then found dead in those woods. And near her body, the spirit's mask and straw cable put up as if to look down on her. Why did they say spirited away? Is that why the villagers started saying people were being spirited away? Not quite. According to our records, nobody was using the term after the first case. But then the second and third followed soon after. That was when people started talking of the spirit's curse. I'm guessing... Oh. Spirit absence is with him. Didn't anybody have questions? Isn't it weird to just chalk it up as an accident? Didn't the Sendo family have any questions about that? Questions? Ichitaro's wife wasn't satisfied with that decision, but his siblings didn't take it too badly. We still have the records from those disappearances here at the station. Feel free to read them. Clear the way before, and that should be where we get to examine the records. Past cases. There must be a file with the records from the earlier disappearance before Ichitaro's. First girl wasn't said to be spirited away, but when the second person went missing shortly after, the term was already in use. That's what it says. Record of the first disappearance. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this. Oh no. Okay, so not here. Go to the storehouse? Yeah, there's people here. Nothing on me is useful. 8:15. Hello, ma'am. Detective Wakaido. I'm with the police. My pleasure, Detective Masayo Sendo. I'm very sorry about your grandfather. Oh, actually, my grandfather was Ichitaro. May I ask you about him? Certainly, but all I know is about him is secondhand from my grandmother. He died before I was born. Okay. I have to go back out and select that. How can I help you? What have you heard about him from your grandmother? Oh, you know, just some old story. Seems like he had a way of driving Grandma mad by being constantly busy with this and that. Sometimes she stumbles for words. There must be something about his past that she's not comfortable sharing. Stumbling for words. What kind of topic makes your grandmother stumble for words? Surprisingly normal topics like how she spent time alone in the mansion, or how she got along with her grandpa's siblings. Okay. Let's go speak with her. Are you Ichitaro's wife? And you are? Police. Here's my badge. I see. Detective Wakaido, is that right? Have a chat. I would like to hear about your husband and the family's past as well as the case on hand. Would that be alright? Sure. There's little about this and though I don't know. Except I can't ask you about any of the topics I currently have. Okay. That's the family line. It's all in Japanese, unfortunately, so I can't actually read it. There's something on the ground? Examine. A toy ball? Okay. Toy ball? No, not here. Is it maybe here? On the field road? If he says there's nothing else here, then... Oh, he didn't say nothing else here. Oh, Granddad she never met. Okay. 4 more leads. Actually, might be a little longer. Hello, Detective. It'll still be about the same length, but... do you know anything about Masayo's grandfather? I've heard about him from her. She told me he was an entrepreneur with a strong sense of justice. I don't remember much more than that. It's been ages since we talked about those things. Masayo saw her granddad. Okay, not here. The house? Oh, you more information here. Well, we looked at family trees, so... You look at the... I did! What the heck? Okay, Himiko session. I don't know if I like the fact that I have to like go around a little bit more. It was so nice and streamlined the first time. But I guess it's making it you have to think more about where to go. You're all having a mighty hard time agreeing on Sugihiko's successor, isn't that so? There's a lot of discussion going on, but in the end the title will go to the oldest living son. Tradition is above all here. Power struggle. Not here. I don't think there's more in the woods. Probably gonna say, yeah, there's nothing here. I got all the information. Okay, the woods are out. Police station. Is this also out? Okay, police station and woods are out. So storehouse it is. Okay, the grandma. 2 more pieces left. So weird. Must be something to do later. Is something the matter? Oh, it's nothing. You just remind me of someone. What did you do after your husband passed? I had a newborn baby with me, so I thought I'd have to leave, but Sugihiko, kind as he was, let me stay and took care of us. Who had the key? So Sugihiko wasn't the only one who had access to the key. It used to be my husband who had the key, since he was the head of the family. When I heard that the mask and cape were found on Sugihiko's body, I came here to open the lock and check. Is there anyone apart from you who could have used the key? No, sir. It's a very old key. Too old to duplicate. Sugihiko and I held on to it, and that was it. Okay. I can ask her about that. You and Sugihiko. Does that mean that if someone wanted to open this storehouse, they need your key? It does! There are no other keys. The Sendo had an artisan make that lock and key generations ago. Duplicating it would be too hard. And I doubt that it could be picked up or forced open either. Lock wasn't picked. I feel like we're going in circles in this. Just learning more of what we already knew. Alright, time to put together information. The local police station still had the file case for the villagers' past disappearances. Villagers chalked them up as people being spared away, and the cases end up without so much as a suspect. However, some people had doubts. But what did the police make of those cases? They're accidents. Right, they found all of them as accidents. Some villagers stated that Himiko and Mitsuo were uncannily cool when notified of their brother's death. Can someone really keep their cool after losing a brother for the second time? Or maybe it's exactly because they already went through this with Ichitaro. And what did Seiko have to say about those two? Poor relationships? Right, unlike the villagers, Seiko was appalled by how calm Himiko and Mitsuo remained. When Ichitaro died, his brother Sugihiko took his place as head of the Sendo family. Now that Sugihiko is dead too, the family needs to decide on a successor. It's either going to be Himiko or Mitsuo, but it looks like they're still far from agreeing on either. So what's the issue that the Sendo family has to deal with? The obsession with the title. What? Oh, come on. The power struggle? Right, the survivors in the family are obsessed with the title of the head of the family. But that was kind of what I said already! For generations, the head of the Sendo has been in charge of the key to the storehouse, the only person who can enter it at will. However, Ichitaro used to share this responsibility with his wife Makoto. Then Ichitaro died and Sugihiko became the next head of the family. And who's in charge of the key now? Both of them. Right, Sugihiko and his sister-in-law Makoto were in charge of the key. Also, in the first case, like, I could ask more random people about random things. This is a little bit more like, you have to do these. Nothing like a convenient accident to spice up a family succession dispute. There's still so many questions about that key. Chapter 3. Hi. Hey there. Hey there, detective. Did you take part in the search for Sugihiko? I couldn't. I got a condition, you know. I'm visiting the clinic day in, day out, like it was a temple. Who would have guessed when the Sendo would be spared away, too, huh? Why? What's so unexpected about that? I mean, all those people would miss one after the other, and then we'd find them on that mountain. And who'd help us sort things out of every time? The Sendo family. It was a given. We got no baddies here, but we got heroes protecting the village. Never made sense to me even as a kid. And the Sendo would be the one standing to protect the village? You know, my house is in the outskirts, almost out of the village. Turns out it's because of my grandpa. Or was my grandpa's grandpa. Anyway, after first fearing away, he thought he had it all figured out. He blamed the Sendo. He was wrong. People wanted to chase him out. The Sendo won't let him stay where I live now. Still, who knows? It was a long time ago. Maybe Sendo stand to protect themselves, and that's it. That's my 2 cents. Clinic. Okay. Uh, 19? Heck. I have a few words. Honest detective, sure thing. Okay, nothing here. Did you happen to notice anything suspicious? Me? Myself? No. But lately the doctor's been busy treating some folk. Maybe he's got some gossip for you? Why are you at the clinic today? You look more than healthy to me. You sweet doctor. I'm just bringing a couple rashes to the doctor. There are some very old newspapers here. I wonder if they wrote about the disappearances back then. Tragic incident befalls young lady who spirited away for 3 days. Okay. An article. Wait, wasn't that already in my... I had 2. Okay. Sorry to bother you while you work. Oh, it's no bother. I take it you've been seeing patients here for many years now. It's been quite a few years indeed. It's not much of a clinic, but I can treat any minor wound alright. Do you have any patients who come here on a regular basis? They all do. They come here to gossip, mostly. I mean, as long as they're healthy, I can't complain. Okay, so we got nothing out of here. We got this house on the outskirts, or shrine. Oh no, it's her! Let's go back to my crazy person voice again. May I ask you some questions? Looks like the spirit has snatched you away! Yet. Can you tell me more about the spirit? It roams the village looking for wrongdoers. It stares at them with its beastly eyes, covers them with its cape, and makes them disappear! Are you the only thing here? You are. Spirit Woods. Hi. Okay. Keeping quiet. May I bother you again? You're the only one here towing and froing. It's clear you take this seriously. Did Tsukihiko and his wife ever have children? Never. Mikoto's daughter passed away after marrying, so we're lucky Masayo came back. Come back? What do you mean? Her father's family was no good. When her mother died, they chased Masayo away, only keeping her brother with them. Have you noticed anything weird in Mikoto's behavior since her husband Ichitaro passed away? Back then, Tsukihiko said she'd take care of her. We'll praise him for his kindness. If I were in Seiko's shoes as his wife, I would have had a thing or 3 to say about that. Tsukihiko would take Mikoto to the storehouse to show her how to use the key, telling me that's not suspicious. Mikoto seems to have some secrets that she can't even tell Masayo. Do you have any idea about that? Along with his inheritance, our father left us the family secrets. Secrets that could ruin Sendo's reputation. It can only be that. Alright, anything else here? Yep, the secrets. And those secrets are... They're secrets! I'd never tell a soul about them, least of all someone like you. Okay. A house? Or do we want... No, let's go to the... I guess I'm going to police. Okay, the article. Are you looking for your cat, Masayo? What? How'd you know? Did you use that detective style? I heard that Tsukihiko had a habit of taking long walks. Do you know if his route would have taken him to the bridge? He'd leave at 4 a.m. in the morning. 4 in the morning? 4 a.m. in the morning is just repeating yourself. 4 in the morning and a walk through the whole village, including the bridge, so... Maybe he wasn't just taking a random walk. Maybe he wanted to pay his respects to the spot where his brother died. If you know where exactly from the bridge he fell, I'd like to know. I do know. Should I walk you there? Thank you. Please do so later. Okay, so we got the article. Sorry to bother you again. If it isn't the big state detective, sorry, I've always wanted to say that. How can I help you? For more on those past disappearances, you know the village clinic? The doctor there has been collecting newspapers for a long time now. Maybe he still has some with articles on those cases. Back in the clinic, I found out about the first person to be spared away. Do you know more about that? After hers, 2 more disappearances followed rather soon. It's in the report room by the officer who worked here before me. Well, what's in the report? What else did the report say? Just give me a second. Oh, there it is. Village girl disappeared. Parents filed a missing person report and she was found dead 5 days later. 3 days later, a man went missing. His wife organized a search in the woods. 2 days later, they found his body. Just a week later, another man went missing. The village doctor reported the man had been worried about something. He was found the day after the search was initiated. Did those 3 victims know each other? It's a small village, so we all know each other here. That's not saying much. Oh, but it seems like the 3rd man who went missing was friends with the girl. Maybe it was her disappearance that had him so worried. Okay. Field Road? Anyone even here? Yes. Are they useful? Well, let's talk to them. It could be useful, right? Are you resting? Ain't you ever the hard worker? Are you always early in the morning? Sure am. Gotta catch the worm and all that. Did you see any suspicious person around dawn? Believe me, I did. Saw some folk walking near the bridge. Thought they was Sugihiko for a moment. But then I took me another gander, and they was the spirit. Yep, they were useful. What did the spirit you saw look like? Got bull mask and straw cape on. I couldn't see it all that well, because they was heading for the woods where them Sendel mansion is. Oh my gosh. You saw the spirit. Did you notice anything else about it? They was walking weird, limping, like they got a bad leg. Okay. Never mind, you were very useful. Storehouse? Oh god, who are you? Okay, nothing to ask about. Sorry to bother you at this hour. May I have a few words with you? Sure thing! Well, how can I help you? How are you related to the Sindel family? I'm their housekeeper. I've been working for them for a pretty long time. Do you ever stay with the Sindel till late? In particular, I'd like to know if you noticed anything weird last night. I was here till late last night, but there wasn't anything weird going on. Well, maybe one thing. After dinner, I heard Himiko discussing something with Mitsuo in her room. It sounded like they'd take a while to be done. Okay. 9 out of 19. Are you taking a break too? Do you come to the storehouse often? Not really. I just came to see what all the racket was about. Was the storehouse door locked this morning? It was. At least it was when I came to check after being woken up by all that noise. And why would you check it first thing in the morning? Did you notice anything suspicious? Not at all. Didn't notice anything. Still can't do anything with that. Hudson was here before being brought to the body. One of them has the mask and straw cape on it. What's this? There are traces on the floor. Something was dragged away from the door? Okay. Let's go to the house. Okay, so she's here now. Okay, that's... Okay, we got one thing to ask about here. You look tired. I think you should rest. Don't worry, I'm fine. Let me ask you this again. Where were you last night around the time that Sugihiko died? I was in my bedroom all night. Once I got ready to sleep, that's what I did till morning. Motion this morning. Where were you this morning when Sugihiko was found? Still in my bedroom. I've got a bad knee, you know. Lately I've been going to the clinic like one would go on a daily walk. Still won't do this, will you? Previous generation, yeah. Sorry to bother you at the moment like this. No, I understand. It's your job, and talking makes me feel a little better anyway. Did Sugihiko ever tell you anything about the storehouse key? No, never. He wasn't a secretive man, but he didn't like people to intrude on his personal space or alone time either. Maybe that's why we've had separate bedrooms for so long. Where were you when your husband was found? In my bedroom, like always, which is separate from my husband's. Like always. Okay. Separate bedrooms. I do need to go back to old lady. Means you can't be sure when exactly your husband left his room. Exactly. He liked to go on walks at night or early in the morning when there are no people around, but I'd usually be asleep. Okay, by yourself in a room. Can anyone back up your claims about being in your room? I don't think so. I saw Seiko walking down the hallway before I fell asleep, but I don't know if that proves anything. Seiko's been witnessed. I have to ask her about this. Did you notice anything else? I heard Masayo's voice. She was calling out for her cat in the garden. Masayo was also witnessed. It's feeling like a setup after we got that limping hint. Try a storehouse, see if it says I can get anything more here. More information here. Not from what I currently have, though. Okay, police. I already rolled out the police station, didn't I? Yeah, okay, police station was rolled out, as was were the woods? The field road rolled out? Okay, field road is out. Clinic? Okay, more information here. Okay, the limping. Ask the doctor about the limping. Well, I mean, we already had someone who's like, I have a bad leg. Like, come on. Have you visited any members of the Sendo family as of late? Yes, not too much, not too long ago. Nothing major though. Mikoto's knee was just giving her some trouble. Oh, that's old age for you. Yeah! I literally already pulled this one up. Like, 2 and 2 this part together. I'm guessing we go to Sendo Manor. This. Oh, nope! Nope, not here. Storehouse? Okay, yes, the housekeeper. You ever escort Mikoto to the clinic? Me? Oh no, I'd just be a third wheel. Third wheel? I'm not sure I understand who the second wheel would be. Come on, I mean Sugihiko! Oh, hush, hush! But did you know Sugihiko's room was a hidden door that leads directly to Makoto's room? Secret passage. The shrine? Or are we down here? Oh, witnessing the spirit. Aha! Have you ever witnessed the spirit kidnapping somebody? All I've seen was its mask moving around. It was dusk, but I could tell that greater powers, raging powers, were controlling it. Old Graham might have seen it. Do you know anything about the first person who was spirited away from the village? The day before it happened, someone was possessed by a spirit near the edge of the village. They say you could hear a man scream in fear, then his voice slowly fade away. You could not see him. By the way, what happened to the man? The priestess before me said he crossed the bridge. When he came close to the Sendo Manor, he disappeared for good. That it? We're here. Got a secret door. I think I ruled out the woods, right? Oh no, I did not rule out the woods. Wait. What? Oh, there's one more person here. Are you here to pay respects? Oh yes, I owe so much to his folks. So you're here to see the late Sugihiko. He was a good fella. I'm sorry he had to go like so. Is anything wrong with you? You seem to be glancing at Himiko. It's just, this morning I was taking my walks to the shrine, and I saw someone. It was still dark, so I wouldn't bet my hat on it, but it sure looked like a lady. What do you say you owe the Sendo family? Because it's true for me and for all the folks here. They've been sorting out stuff for the whole village always. Okay, so we did get everything now. And... Deuce. I will together all the information I got. People have been spirited away one after the other around the Sendo family, including Sugihiko, and these don't look like accidents. However, there's no evidence or witness testimony strong enough to hone in on one suspect. That's why many still believe this was all the doing of a supernatural being. And among the villagers, some have allegedly witnessed a supernatural being firsthand. What did they say? Oh god. Did the woman see it's on? Really makes sense. So I'm a suspect. No, literally was. Witness the spirit? Right, I got a witness testimony about seeing a mysterious figure wearing the spirit's paraphernalia. Other testimonies have started painting a clearer picture of the suspect. Unfortunately, none of them were precise enough to accuse any single individual. The figure of a woman wearing the mask and straw cape. The figure had one more interesting feature about it. What was it? What was the limp? The spirit was limping. Right, the person wearing the spirit's costume walked with a limp. The deed was done late at night. As expected, almost nobody has a strong alibi. But if I compare all I heard, I should be able to single out the prime suspect. Himiko and Mitsu were bickering till late. Their alibis match. But there's someone whose alibi has been corroborated by anyone else. Who is it? Makoto was by herself. Right, Makoto said she was in her bedroom by herself, but nobody can confirm that. Not much, but now I do have some witness statements about a possible suspect. Problem is, I can't just believe everything I hear from these people. I need to understand the inner workings and power struggles in the Sendo family if I want to solve this case. Who are the most suspicious ones right now? Sugehiko and Mikado? Right, I have to be wary of the connection between these two. Okay, scrapped information. I got some useful info about the alibis and the spirit. I need to take a better look at the village from the bridge where it all started. Chapter 4. It seems to me like the title of head of the family was somewhat of an obsession for Sugehiko. Stop beating around the bush, just say it. You think it was a murder to become head of the family? That's understandable. If it were me, I'd say the end justifies the means. Why does the title of the head of the family matter so much? It's not just the title, it's the perks it comes with. And yet Ichitaro wanted to be the one to finally cut ties with this unsightly tradition, as he called it. Sendo tradition. So Ichitaro wanted to change things in the Sendo family. He and Sugehiko would argue about that on a daily basis. One would say the family had sought hard to protect its secrets, other would say the statute of limitations doesn't apply to morals. You know what? We ought to thank the spirit for taking away that dangerous individual at a crucial moment. Bridge. $13! What we got? Okay, spirit was limping. There you are. Hello, detective. Thank you for showing me the way. I thought the only way to reach here was through the fields. You can also get to the bridge through the shrine or our house on the storehouse side. I think I'll check out the roads you told me about once more. You're not afraid of a long walk, huh? Must be why they call you people gumshoes. Anyway, if there's anything else I can help you with, please let me know. I'll be here for a while. Thank you. The spirit was witnessed on this bridge at dawn. Looks like it was walking with a limp. The spirit had a limp? I see. That's all you have to say is, I see? Oh boy. Okay. Spirit Woods. What do we got for you? Nothing. Right now. May I bother you again? What is it? You're still here? This morning, around dawn, were you at the shrine? My duties begin as soon as the sun rises. Did you see anyone? Someone was walking in the woods away from the road. They started running, maybe because they'd noticed me. I didn't catch their face. Would you know why the spirit's costume was placed on Sugehiko's body? No, but I could sense something, a strange smell coming from the cape. Okay, and there's one other person here. Hello, good weather today, isn't it? Kitty's here again. Oh, hello yourself. Beats me about the weather. Them woods so dark you barely know. You come often to this part of the woods. Ain't nobody come here out that much. Them's the spirit woods after all. No trash around, see? Somebody put the spirit's costume on Sugehiko after he died. Scary stuff. Makes one wonder. Some things we just can't explain. Did the cat find something? There's a hair brooch under a pile of fallen leaves. The local officers must have missed it because of the leaves. It's in good condition. Must have been dropped lately. Oh, hair brooch. Ask everybody! This hair brooch was found near the body. Have you ever seen it before? A hair brooch in the woods? Them's one strange find for sure. But no luck, detective. Never done see the thing before. And hair brooch. Found this brooch near the body. Have you ever seen it before? I haven't, but I recognize the smell. It's faint, but it's there. It's just like the one on the cape. Alright, shrine! Why is the housekeeper here? Right. Ask everybody about the hair brooch. Oh, are you here to visit the shrine? Oh, I know, it's just taking the long way around. Got a few pounds to shed. The lady that people call Old Graham, just who is she? She's the spirit's priestess! She's in charge of the shrine. Do you have any idea how old she is? I was wondering if she could know about the people who were spirited away in the past. Old Graham has been an Old Graham forever now. I guess there was a different priestess in charge before her? But good luck telling them apart. They've got the exact same faces! Really? Have you ever seen this hair brooch before? Let me see. It's familiar. I think I saw Makoto wearing this one time? No, I'm sure. It's Makoto's. Aha! Oh, so they're just two separate ones now. Alright. Clinic. Hair brooch. That's the only thing. I guess we can still ask everybody about it. Hello, detective. Are you not feeling well? Why are you here? Oh, I'm fine. I just like to chat with the doctor. He's the only one around here who's worth talking to. I know you don't speak much with Himiko, but is the same true for the others, like Seiko and Mikado? Yes, we don't speak much. And talking to Seiko as she is right now, perish the thought. She's furious at how Tsukihiko's death is not being treated as yet another supernatural phenomenon. I found this brooch near the body. Have you ever seen it before? A hair brooch? I'm sorry, but I don't really know this kind of thing. But if it belongs to the murderer, we can at least tell that it was a woman who did it. It's too early to say. Anyway, thank you. Or we can still examine the papers. I need to read them again. Sorry to barge in again, Doctor. Oh, detective, it's you again. Still hard at work, I see. Has there been anything unusual going on here lately? Not really, apart from your presence. The villagers are all as happy as gets. They only come here to chat over a cup of tea. I found this brooch near the body. Have you ever seen it before? A hair brooch, is it? Well, we don't really deal with those in my profession, but let me see. I'm afraid I can help you if you've never seen it before. The field. Just doing the little circle here. Hair brooch, which, yeah. Everybody for the hair brooch. I think we got the useful hint we need. Hello, good weather today, isn't it? Hello, detective. Yep, there's some nice clean skies. Do you pass by here daily? Sure do. Them's my fields close ahead. Tsukihiko uses this road daily too. You come and say hello to all of us. Them send some upright folks. I'll tell you as much. Tsukihiko patrol these roads every single day. Patrol? Nothing so scary. Just checking in on this village folk to see if we've been doing well. You call it going overboard? He done worried too much. I found this brooch near the body. Have you ever seen it before? Near the body, is it? You know what? I done seen this before. It was a single lass. Himiko? Or was it Makoto? Maybe it just looks like one of them's? Okay. Police. Isn't this where we started? No, we started at the bridge. I already know that her brooch is gonna be here. Good weather today, isn't it? Oh, hello. Why are you here at the police station? Is anything wrong? Oh, no, just bringing a couple greens to the officer. Funny thing, I done run into Sugihiko here just yesterday. Had vegetables for him, too. Can't believe I never see him again. Did you meet Sugihiko around here often? Around here? He was always walking around, so you'd run into him everywhere. This hair brooch was found near the body. Have you ever seen it before? Let me see. A hair brooch looks right expensive, too. Way back when, Sugihiko said he'd done buy a hair brooch from abroad, so the custom saxed him naked. Could it be that? Listen to me. Like them was the only hair brooch in the world. Oh, daily patrol. Can ask about that. So Sugihiko was patrolling the village's streets daily? Now, patrol is a bad word. He was no tyrant lord or nothing. He was looking out for us. Blessed soul he was. Alright, back to the hair brooch. Good day, officer. Good day to you, detective. Anything out of the ordinary happened? This is the first actual case I've seen since I was stationed here, so it's already out of the ordinary for me. Most we had to deal with usually some monkey in the mountains. I found this hair brooch on the ground near the body. Ever seen it before? I'm sorry, I have no idea how I could let such an important piece of evidence slip. Please forgive this oversight. As for the hair brooch, I've never seen it before. I'm sorry. Host. Okay. The hair brooch and the hair brooch. Oh, and something was dragged. Excuse me, there's something I'd like to ask you. What is it? What did you do last evening after dinner? I'm assuming you're asking for my alibi. I was talking with Mitsu about our family's future. He never gives me straight answers, so it's always an ordeal. He wasted so much time dodging the questions, it was late at night when we're done. Ask him and he'll tell you the same thing. I found this brooch in the body. Have you ever seen it before? You found this there? So what? You're saying it must belong to the murderer? Stop staring at me like that. It's not mine! You got rather defensive, though. Or it was just me. I bother you again. Never mind. What is it? I won't sugarcoat it. Did you and Sugihiko have a relationship you kept secret from Seiko? Does that have anything to do with this case? It does. Depending on your answer, I might have to disregard all the previous statements. Well, it's true. Sugihiko and I had a secret relationship. I found this brooch near the body. Have you ever seen it before? This was near the body? Who knows? I can't be sure. Okay, I can do the hair brooch and the secret relationship. I have it on good authority that this brooch belongs to you. It could, or it could not. Are you telling me you don't know? I have dozens of hair brooches, you know? Secret relationship. How long has this secret relationship of yours been going on? Someone else asked me this question before. It was a detective with the same family name as you have. And our relationship had already started back then. We chased the detective away from the village to protect our secret. Rams also worked on this case, which we can ask about. My grandfather wasn't able to get any statement from you. Back then, I'd have rather died rather than have the secret brought to light. I remember that your grandfather smoked quite a lot. Do you share his habit? Unfortunately, tobacco was never my thing. I don't smoke. That was the dragging, right? Yeah. Look around. There are traces of something being dragged along the wall. There's a tiny bit of light coming through. It looks like there are cracks on the wall. With that cracked wall out of the way, you could probably have slipped a mask through. That's not large enough for a person to go through. Didn't give me anything, so... So this leaves the house. Then we just go back on the loop-de-loop again, I guess. Oh, hair brooch? Right, of course. Thank you for your help. Detective, have you discovered anything? Are you sure you don't need to take a rest? Some of the villagers told me the same earlier. They must be worried about me. But they're going to turn this into another fairy tale. It's a shame the spirit had to take your husband, they said. I'm an old wives' tale. I found this brooch near the body. Have you ever seen it before? It looks somewhat familiar. Is this related to my husband's death? I'm sorry, but I can't say for sure yet. If that brooch belongs to someone in the family, you could try asking your housekeeper. She's very well informed about this kind of thing. Okay. How are we doing on... That's 3 more. Still can't do anything with the portrait. It has this, look carefully. You have the same eyes as Maseo. Back to the bridge. Okay, Makoto's hairbrush. I'm just gonna skip the other hairbrush because it's like, oh, yeah, I think I've seen it before. Thank you for showing me the way. Oh. Ah! Well, he slipped it again. Did this hairbrush belong to Makoto? It definitely resembles the hairbrush that Grandma might have had. Maybe. She once told me she got it as a gift from someone special. Hairbrush memories. Does this speak with her then? Gonna ignore. So this is... She was at the storehouse? Yeah, storehouse. So I'm guessing... No? Yes? Wait, you just said all the information I can get here. What the heck? Didn't you get this gift as a gift from someone special? Detective, could you give me some time? Okay, so that's why. So as we were, just going back around. Okay, got all the information I can here. We'll just use that to... No, okay, we're good in this area. All the info I can here. Clinic. Did not get all the information here. Oh, okay. This was... Wait, who was it? Oh, it's you. Spirited away too. So the consensus seems to be that Sugihiko has been spirited away. Well, about that. What? Did you not notice anything? Did you know in the past spirited away cases, the mask was set up above the body as if to look down on them? So in the past, the victim wasn't wearing the mask. Exactly, unlike this time. Maybe this case isn't the same as the past ones. And there's our last 2 pieces. Thanks! deuce. I put together all the information I got. Bogeyman was praised for his efforts to help Makoto and her child after they lost Ichitaro. However, his motives went beyond simple kindness. My grandfather walked into the same wall while he was on the road to solve the case. There's a relationship that could turn all I've seen about this on its head. Between who? They're basically the same thing. Bond. Right, because of this, my grandfather couldn't get any valid statements about the disappearances. After the body was carried away, I found this hair brooch in the woods. After asking around, I finally found the owner. That gave me suspects and a glimpse of a secret bond between two people. Sugihiko bought this brooch from overseas and gave it to someone as a gift. So, who did he give it to? Makoto. Right, the hair brooch belonged to Makoto. Somebody has put the spirit's mask and straw cape on Sugihiko's body, and he was found like that. That caused him also many appearances in the past cases, but in a different way. Mitsuo, who was there when the other disappearances took place, told me about it. How was the spirit costume used in those past cases? It was near the bodies. Right, in those cases the mask was propped up above the victim's body, as if looking down on it. Just like with those who came before him, Sugihiko's death is being treated as his being spirited away. However, something that Mitsuo said keeps bothering me. Those past cases, the mask was found next to the body. In the most recent case... in a different location. Right, the mask was on the body, or rather, the body was wearing it. Scrap the info I'm not going to need anymore. There's reason to believe that this case is different from the one that came before it. Sorry to bother you while you're so busy. Please get over with as fast as you can. Are you here to tell us you found the culprit? I wish that was the case. Unfortunately, I'm out of time. Out of time? What do you mean? My superior's call. You get back to the office to report. Detective. There is the spirit walking with a limp. The hair brooch found near the body. The costume taken from the storehouse. Most importantly, the power struggle within the Sendo family. All points to a single suspect. But I have no warrant right now. Unfortunate as that is, my investigation for today ends here. Till next time. My grandfather carried out an investigation in this village years before me. And just like me, he probably had to cross this bridge while the suspects looked at him go. Leave it to me, Gramps. I won't let the culprit get away scot-free. Try to make deductions based on all the info I got. 3 people spirited away in a mysterious coincidence. That was the first case. Then came the second. This time it was the head of the Sendo family, Ichitaro, who got spirited away. Both were followed as unfortunate accidents. That is, despite the doubts that some raised, all disappearances were blamed on simple misfortune. And that costume always put there as if to say that a spirit was behind it all. I don't have enough evidence to prove it, but what's the truth behind these disappearances? The Sendo family was behind it. First disappearance was a crime by the Sendo family, next who were necessary to cover it up. Next case came out of the struggle for the head of the family title. But this time it's different. The mask and straw cape put on Sugihiko after he died were supposed to be kept in the Sendo storehouse. But the storehouse was locked and nobody could have entered it. However, there were some traces there. Some traces of something being dragged. So who took the spirit costume out of the storehouse? Makoto. Is that really so? Let me think this through. Took it out of the storehouse. The cat? Right. Some way, somehow, the cat was made to drag the costume out of the storehouse. By putting a certain smell on the straw cape and taking advantage of the cat's training, the culprit got it to take the costume out. Then there's the hair brooch that was found in the spirit woods. That belonged to Makoto. Makoto won't talk about why the brooch was there. This is probably a vital piece of evidence for this case. But when exactly did the hair brooch fall into the spirit woods? After the murder is a deception. Right, the culprit must have placed it there on purpose after murdering Sugihiko. It didn't have a single scratch, and it wasn't stained with soil or blood. It was probably meant to disrupt the investigation. Then the spirit was witnessed. It walked in a very peculiar way, with a limp. But then again, another statement talked about that same figure running away. Spirit walked in that recognizable way on the bridge where people could see it. What does the contradiction between these two statements tell me about the culprit? Pretended to have a bad leg. Right, the culprit pretended to limp, assuming that people would notice it. But on the way back from the woods, rather than take the risk of being seen close up, the culprit sprinted away. Taking all this into account, who killed Sugihiko, the most recent person being spirited away? Miko. Let's think it through once more. Taking all this into account, who killed? Itsu? No. Many names. No, Maseo. There's a dark past behind the case, dark enough to drive you to the point of committing murder. It's the Sendo's dark past and its unforgivable history. However, I must stop you. The real culprit, the one hiding behind the spirit? It's you, Maseo. Ah! So you knew, Detective. No, Maseo. I tried my luck. You probably knew that it was Sugihiko who killed your grandfather. And you also knew that Makoto, who was having an affair with condoned that murder. Forced to rely on those people to survive, you fell into that despair. That's what I assumed. The day before the murder, you asked Sugihiko to open the storehouse for you and set up your trick. Next morning, you shoved him off the bridge and then headed to the storehouse again. Use a toy ball to lead your cat around without having to enter the building yourself. With a mask and straw cape now in your possession, you approached Sugihiko's dead body. You set up the scene as you needed and then went back to your everyday life. There are two things my mother always used to tell me. The Sendo family is cursed and should not be allowed to exist. And I will never forgive the Sendo family. Maseo. Detective, I was ready to kill you rather than let you leave the village with the wrong idea about this death. I hope my investigation was to your satisfaction. Did I get anything wrong? You did not. Please arrest me. Did you come here to confess your crime to me? No, I wanted to. It's a long trip to the police station. I'll walk you there. Jingle, jingle. Meow. What's wrong? Detective, may I ask you a favor? If it's anything I can help with. First, I had no idea that my grandfather had been working on those related cases. I only knew that he had been working on them, that's what it was, and my grandmother probably kept it quiet because of her own secrets. Maseo, I'd like to hear more about you. About me? I wanted to know what led you to commit this crime. Visiting time is almost over, so I won't be able to go into much detail. That's fine. The Sendo family is its own little world, closed off from the rest. The head of the family has power over everything, and the villagers treat him as a king. As far as I know, the first disappearance was the family's way of hiding how one of them had killed a girl. The girl's father became suspicious of the Sendo, and they spirited him away to protect themselves. The third person to disappear was a friend of the girl's. Must have been another inconvenience for the family. So the spirit struck once again. And so the head of the family kept the secret, only revealing it to his successor. But can I ask you about Ichitaro's death? Go ahead. Sugihiko killed him to take his place as head of the family, correct? Yes, my grandfather Ichitaro wanted to cut ties with the Sendo's traditions and end the whole head of the family thing. But that would make the family's dark past resurface and the Sendo's reputation would have been destroyed. Sugihiko thought that Ichitaro wasn't fit to lead Sendo, and so he killed his brother, protecting the family. This Mikoto's affair had probably already started. That must mean she knew about it but kept silent. Most likely, yes. And then Masio, we come to you. The main difference between this disappearance and the others was the location of the mask. The other people who were spirited away were found with the mask staring down at them. But this time, it was as if the spirit itself had been killed. It lay there lifeless with its mask on. The crime scene showed me how much you resented the Sendo family. Sugihiko made sure that Mikoto's daughter married into a wealthy family. She gave birth to you and then died of illness. My mother was a frail woman to begin with. Her new family treated her like an object. They were the kind of family to chase you away as soon as your mother had a son, which is what they wanted. Figures. Your grandfather was killed because of a power struggle, and your mother died because of a political marriage. I can't fathom how deep the grudge you held against the Sendo line goes. You became the spirit and struck back against the family that had spirited away so many. So, you got your revenge, isn't that so? Detective. Yes. I would have pushed every last one of them off that bridge. You hadn't found me out, that is. Looks like it's time. Masao. Even the smallest village can attract enough attention. Media are storming the Sendo mansion. The headline is, an old family whose serial murders have come to light. I'll schedule another visit. Next time, we can talk about your cat. I still can't skip the credits, because these are counted as separate, so, I don't want to show them again. Ah! But, yeah, here they are. In all their glory. Wakaido grandfather. Thank you for your work on the case. So, yeah. That was case 2 from Makoto Wakaido's Case Files. They definitely kind of threw me for a loop, because I'm like, oh yeah, it's her, and then it's like, not. I'm like, oh, what? But I can kind of see where they got it. That was a little bit longer than an hour, I will tell you, though. I was talking with everyone, but still, I don't know how I felt about that map. I think I preferred the layout for the, like, going to areas of the first chapter, but maybe that was just me. This felt more streamlined, I guess, for the first case. But, I mean, I guess at least this made you think a tiny bit more. Anyway, thank you for watching. We will do case 3 next time. Back to the title screen. And Alright, for some reason, the controller doesn't want to work on that when you've already gone through. So yeah, we will do... We got 2 more cases to do. The next time we'll do the Phantom's Foot! Ah, my foot's a phantom. So thank you for watching. Thank you, Player2PR, for the code for the Steam version of the game. It is out now, so you can check it out for yourself if you would like. Yeah, thanks for watching. Enjoyed the video. Consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing if you really enjoyed it. Consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps with keeping content like this and more. I'll links for that in the description below, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!